Hello, welcome to another video, this time with Red Dead Redemption 2 just completely dominating just about everything, including how much time I get to spend doing anything other than sitting in front of Red Dead Redemption. What a better time than to buy a board game that's got to do with cowboys and stuff. Now this is Western Legends from Kolossal Games. It's, if I was going to be really lazy to describe it, it's Firefly but cowboys. But Gaz, you say, the Firefly already is a game about cowboys, but they're in space. True, but this is actual cowboys, and they're real characters as well from the Wild West. So we'll crack this open for the first time and have a look at what we get inside the box. This is the retail edition, not one of the special Kickstarter ones. So first off, we get the rule book. Again, I've not had seen any complaints about the rule book. Looking through Board Game Geek, etc. It's all pretty good. It explains how everything works. It's neatly laid out. Nice artwork, nice style. And again, first game rules especially, and then an overview of the turn action. Oh, then we've got the general store, which looks like it's something that we're going to have to build. That'll be fun. Some thin paper, it's always nice. And then this would be the board. I'll try to show you as much as I can. It's fairly thin, but here we go. It's pretty cool. It's got lots of Wild West looking places. I definitely like the sound of dark rock. Yeah. Okay, and then you've got various spaces around the board for different cards, money. We've got the tracks over here to keep a track of whether you're a good guy playing martial or a wanted track playing a bad guy, and the story deck cards, and at the bottom points tracker. So that's a nice board, and it's quite thin, it's quite bendy. Anyway, and then all this stuff, baggies, okay, loads of them, that's good, loads and loads of baggies to put all the components in. Love that. Means I haven't got to use any of the ones I bought. Look at those in a minute. Okay, so these are the prospecting dice. These are dice that you roll in the game if you go to the mines, and you're going to go and sort of look for gold. And yeah, they're quite light, but they're substantial. They're they're chunky. They're nice big dice. I like the kind of gold finish on them. They're pretty cool. Again, as is becoming standard these days, coloured discs to stick on the characters, and a bunch of wooden tokens in here, and the circular ones are for tracking things like story card progress. The other ones probably for the points tracker, or probably for the legend track, the outlaw track and the martial track. Then we have gold nuggets, which are not gold. Well, again, irregularly shaped pieces of gold plastic. They're nice. Looking forward to stealing some of those off some people. Have a quick look at a few of the miniatures. Now, these are smaller than I expected them to be. Just grab a couple out at random. But they're very well detailed. Very nice. They do feel like they're on quite sort of, yeah, they feel brittle. They don't feel like soft plastic. They've got a little logo underneath them. But yeah, they're really nice. Maybe get around to painting those someday. And we've got punch out tokens, legendary tokens, and these are your first player. That's like the time track, keeps track of how long the game's going on, I think. And these are cattle when you go and steal them. Do a bit of cattle rustling. Yeah. Okay, yeah, the cattle have all got different things written on the bottom of them. I guess the rewards. Yeah, because when you take cattle, you don't know what it is when you take it, I don't think. So it's a bit of a random thing, what you get from cattle rustling. What do we have here? Piece of paper. Attention. The cards are under the insert. Okay, so that means the cards are underneath. Okay, we'll have a look at that in a minute. Oh, we've got assembly instructions for the general store. That's a nice touch. Then we have a whole bunch of player aids, which are printed on paper. Shiny paper as well. Oh, nobody likes a shiny paper player guide. Still, it's nice to have a concise player guide that everyone can reference. These will be the different player boards. Now these feel quite nice. These are on sort of a, yeah, these are on, again, they're thin, but the actual card stock is quite nice. These are the player boards. I believe they're all the same. They've just got different coloured banding on them for each player. And this is where you keep a track of, like, you know, what you've got in your bags, how much money you've got, your mount, your gun. I think your character card goes in here. Yeah, that's cool. They're double-sided, but again, there's no reason why they'd need to be. Pretty good. Now, the insert, again, it looks like a crate. It's thick. It's really sturdy. It's probably going to fall apart. And haha, here we go. It's a bunch of cards under the insert, just like the piece of paper said. So we'll just get those out and try and stick the insert back in. Then we'll have a look at some of these. Here's some character cards here, and it looks like story cards from what I've seen in the rule book. Just get these open. So these are the character cards. It gives you some detail about the character you're playing, starting location, bonuses that you get. And we got character Annie Oakley, Bass Reeves, Billy the Kid, Bloody Knife, Calamity Jane. So these are all kind of, you know, Doc Holliday, Jesse James. These are all, as I said, legendary cowboys, or people from that era, should we say. So that's pretty cool. So we got those. Then these, I believe, looking at these are the Man in Black deck. Yep, this is if you're playing with 2 players. You use this deck and you get an extra character called the Man in Black. And this guy basically is also trying to win, and you draw cards and it tells you what he's going to do on any given turn. So that's the Man in Black cards. Then we have all of these, which are story cards. These are cards you draw them randomly, put them on the board, and it has something that's got to happen, and you put discs on there as people fulfill them. When they're fulfilled, you flip one over and then you do whatever it says on the back. So that adds a sort of a random element to the game. Then we have, oh, there's another deck here. It looks like there's some more story cards in here. So again, we've got a load of story cards, and then we get, just those are the other ones, and then we get these. Now these are the poker, this is the poker deck. This is a 52 card deck of cards, as you can see, with all the suits, all the cards, and this gets used for various in-game activities, be it playing poker, dueling with other players, whatever. The thing is though about them is that the cards have got actions printed on them as well. So if you end up in a duel with a player and you want to win it, you could play this ace card and that's it. However, as an action, you can use it to gain a marshal point or a wanted point. So yeah, you know, so the number 2 card is not a very good card for poker, but it has an action that allows you to move to any town space. So when you're playing the game, you have to kind of weigh that up. Do you want to use these cards for the actions on them, or do you want to use the cards for their value in poker or in dueling? And that's quite an interesting mechanic. So that's that. Then we've got, what we got here? Let's have a quick look. Lots and lots of cards. They cost lots of money on sleeves. So, okay. So these, I think, are to do with would be rowdy goal, wire top goal. So these are goals for the specific characters by the looks of things. So yeah, so there you go. So I'm kind of guessing that the game's going to give you goals to complete that you're probably worth victory points at the end of the game. So if you're playing as Annie Oakley, you could get this goal: discard a poker card after winning a game of poker at the Red Falls Saloon. So you win a game and then you throw a card away and you complete that goal. So there you go, set of goals for each of the characters. We've got some money. This is just a stack of $10. There's another packet of cards here, so just rip those open. So we've got more $10, $20. That's just it. So there's a bunch of 10s and 20s. And then what else have we got here? So these look like, these are cards, they've got bullets on them, and they've got various things. Again, these are light poker cards. They've got poker values on the top of them. It's like the 2 of bullets up to the ace of bullets. Now, just looking at them, the other player in this fight gains $10 if you play that. So you could play that to beat him, but the other player is going to get $10. The other player in this fight draws a poker card. Oh yeah, so there you go. Look, so basically you can play this card maybe in a fight, but you're going to give the other player something because it's really good. Whereas if you play a crap card, the other player gains a wound and loses a legendary point. So it looks like there's some balancing going on there, where you need to kind of decide, do you want to use the high ones to win? But then in doing that, you're going to give the player, your opponent should I say, something that's going to benefit them. Interesting. This just looks like it's another bunch of supplementary cards to things we've already seen, and it looks like the general store cards are in here too. So Annie Oakley goal again, so that's going to go with the other goal cards. And then we've got, what have we got here? So we have a bunch of item cards. So these are things that you can buy from the store. Maps, provisions, 10-gallon hats, whiskey, what more do you need in the Wild West? And then we've also got other cards. So we've got shotguns, different weapons. These seem to be two-sided as well. I think you can upgrade them. Yes, that's right. Yeah, I think the if I remember rightly, I believe the side with the black top is like an upgraded side. So you can buy this mule and it'll cost you $30. And he's going to basically give you 2 additional gold nuggets when you can carry, and an extra move of 3. But if you upgrade him, you get an extra move, you can carry 2 additional gold nuggets, and after you deposit 4 or more gold nuggets, you gain an extra legendary point. So these are like upgradables. You've got rifles, you can upgrade them into different rifles. They all seem different as well, so even though these 2 rifles seem the same, when you upgrade them, they actually are different and they have different abilities. So that's quite interesting. And there you have it. That, in a nutshell, is everything that you get in the box for Western Legends from Kolossal Games. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon.